Hi, my name's Mike G. Welcome to the workshop. Today's guitar is a lovely Barncaster, and it is going to be referred to as #1 in this series. I'm a big fan of found wood, barn wood, and stuff, and creating furniture, and I've done that over the years for my wife. Where was it? I stumbled across a guy online who builds guitars out of them, and I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd seen in a long time. So it inspired me to build this guitar. It features a pine body that I got from a gentleman out of Oklahoma who built it using using wood that he got out of a 100-year-old barn. It was the floor planks, so it's about 1 5/8 inch thick. You can see some of the track marks and stuff on here from it being used. He milled it a little bit, so it is kind of smooth, but retained a lot of its character. You can see the grain there in that. We made this one a string through, so that really ups the sustain. Neck wise, we used the license neck. Created our own headstock shape due to the incredible pressure from certain large companies, and so now we have an original headstock shape that features a little bit of a wiggle here instead of the hump. And hey, don't we like a little wiggle in our humps these days anyway? That said, it is a maple neck. We got about 5 coats of nitrocellulose lacquer on it. The body came hand stained, and then we shot a couple coats of clear nitrocellulose on it, so all the finishes on it are nitro. Hardware wise, I've got a set of sealed tuners up here. Down here I've got a modern 6 saddle bridge, which gives you great intonation. Of course, it is string through, so that gives you sustain. So intonation, sustain, it's all a fabulous thing. Excuse me. The hardware is hardware that I've overcooked, and if you age parts, you understand what that means. Which means I left them in the cooker a little bit too long, and so like the tuners have some black on them. A little bit of brass comes through because underneath chrome and nickel plating, there's always a layer of brass. That is evident on the control plate here. You can see the brass, you can see some of the rust and some of the aging on it. It turned out really, really fantastic. Electronics wise, we have a 7K ohmed made in Mexico single coil down here. I've got a Fender 3-way switch in here. I've got alpha pots under there, orange drop cap. And most of all the wiring in the control cavity is pushback wiring. We did of course, being that it's a single pickup design, it is an Esquire wiring. It's referred to as the Eldred mod. So in position number 1, it is pickup straight out. Position number 2, it is pickup with tone, and then all the way forward to position 3, it is a .47 cap straight to it. So it's it's like having your tone all the way down. It gives you that nice bassy smooth sound. But I'll go over that a little bit more here shortly. Lastly, I've got these really cool reproduction silver tone cupcake knobs on here. They are produced by WD, and I think they just really round out the look on this. Any of the knots, excuse me, any of the knots and the cracks on here were filled with a real thin epoxy, which really binds them together. They should never come apart. In fact, that is probably the most structurally sound part of that piece of wood now. So any idea that these would fall apart on you is pretty much a misnomer. You will be seeing these in just about all body styles here in the near future. My wood supplier here in town has just brought back 3 barns worth of material from Pennsylvania, and you're going to start seeing a lot of these because the feedback I've been getting on just the pictures of this, people were going crazy. So now that I've talked my face off, it's now time to demonstrate this. I'm going to start it out, position 1, then go to 2, and then go to 3. I'm going to do that in clean. I'm going to add some gain to it, and we'll go from there. Of course, my compressor in the shop is now running. It's about done. Almost there. One more second. There it goes. So here we are. The only pickup in clean position 1. I used this guitar this weekend for a recording project. I had this and an Epiphone Sheridan, and I used the Sheridan for everything but one song. But the one song that I used this on, when we were mixing, I told my bandmate, I said, man, I should have just used the Barncaster, man. I should have used the Barncaster for the whole album. I love this guitar, and the guy who won it will absolutely love it as well. So now we've demonstrated position 1, which is straight out, which gives you the brightest, most powerful, so to speak, uncolored sound. This is now with the tone pot in it, and I'll demonstrate the tone pot real quick. You'll notice that with it all the way at 1, it's still just a little bit diminished and slightly colored from no tone at all. So here we go. All the way. I like to run it at about half and then use it as rhythm. So say we're doing rhythm. Then we go into our solo. Back to the rhythm. Lead. The look on your face is the same look that the engineer at the studio gave me this weekend. I guess I'm not the greatest soloist in the world, but that's okay. So now here we are. We're in bridge. I've got the tone set at about 50%. So, and it's position number 2, which is tone pot included in the circuit. To the third position, which is straight up tone cap, which is very similar to the tone pot turned all the way. So here we go. So there's that. I'm going to add in a little bit of gain here now. We're going to run it at about 39%. With the tone. Now, position 3, all basic. Into the untoned position. I'm going to take this thing up to about 65%. my amp is about 18 inches away from me, and when you turn that much gain up on a single coil, you're going to get a little bit of feedback. I used it with my Marshall Hashtag to record. It sounded phenomenal, and I'm sure if you push it through like a Fender or any other great tube amp, you would, well, you'd be in love with it. So, what we're going to offer these in a variety of neck options. We're going to offer them with a variety of pickup options in it. I'm going to be able to do Filtertrons. I'm going to be able to do P90s. I'm going to be able to do rail humbuckers and regular humbuckers. We're also going to be able to be offering hand wound pickups of any variety. Or if you choose, we can do name brand pickups from any of the major manufacturers. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is create a guitar that you're going to love to play, love to show off, and enjoy for many, many, many years. So if you're interested in one of our Barncaster series, give me a call, 602-388-4010. I'd love to talk to you more about it. That's it. My name's Mike G, and I'm out.